Catch and Cook Unseasoned, the video series where we catch every single fish and cook them up raw. Except in this one, we're not looking for the best tasting fish. Hello, mate. Today we go after 3 fish that nobody really wants to eat to see if there's a reason why people don't eat them. The hardhead catfish, the gafftop catfish, and the lowly mullet. And since I'm definitely not gonna sit here just trying to catch catfish, we also have the kayak and the big old shark rigs so we can punch right through the surf and see if there's any sharks as well. Got those cow nose rays that we shot with the bow last episode, so we're definitely gonna use them here. Cannot go to the surf. We're throwing some good old-fashioned cut mullet. Probably gonna try and get this sucker out just past the second bar. Nice. Thing about our Texas beaches, they don't drop off quick. So you need a bigger reel, not only for the big fish, but if you want to get it a little bit deep, you got to get a lot of line out. So we got a 6,000 size pen right here. Could even go 8,000 if you wanted to. Oh, mullet. There's some live mullet here too. Live mullet. Obviously it's not going to be cut mullet swimming around, but we do have the cast net, so we might want to get a couple of those. Well, first shark bait rod is out there, man, and let me tell you, it did not go well. Got out there in the 3rd bar. I thought I timed up the sets pretty well, but I did not, man. I caught a big wave, and yep, I flipped. Flipped, and my kayak went 20 feet away. Had to swim with a shark bait dangling near my legs. This is a funny little guy. At the surf, man, there's so many good species to catch. It's always worthwhile to throw a bunch of different baits. We already have the cut bait out there, but we're also gonna throw some shrimp as well. Seeing those mullet, we gotta try and get some, man. A lot of days, some live mullet can save the day for sure. Just saw a few jump right here, so we're gonna go after them. I've seen them like every time I walk down to the water, so now for sure I'm not gonna be able to see them when I actually have the net in my hands. That's how it goes. One mullet. That's not a live bait mullet, but it's a fresh cut bait mullet. Look who it is, Mr. Huron. When I got a fish, now he's my best friend, huh? He's in hot pursuit. You can't have it, bud. I need it. Something happened to this rod. I don't know if it's a fish or just a wave pulled the weight free, but either way, we gotta check it. It might be something. Oh yeah, that's a fish. That's a fish. It might not be a fish we're necessarily looking for, but it might be. It might be the guy. It might be exactly the guy we're looking for on the cut bait. Oh, little shark. Woohoo! Yep, not the guy we were looking for. Oh! That's a shark, boy. That's the fish we were looking. That's the shark we were looking for right there. Big guy, and he's got some parasitic copepods on him. Easy way to know these guys are copepods. They have these 2 filaments that come out the back of them, and they just latch on to a ton of fish and sharks too. Woo! Shark attack! Shark attack! He's going back. Woo! See a big fella? Oh! Chill out, big man. Now the bad thing is the doggone Hurons took the rest of my nice fresh mullet, so we need to get another one. Coop. It's such a short throw that we got one. Big guy though. Oh, there's a decent one in there. This line went slack fast. That's not a usual bite. Let's see what the heck's going on here. Something's on there. Small guy. Weird, man. He hit it and then ran towards us, making the line slack. Usually fish these size are not able to move the weight like that. Let's see what it is though. Hardy boy. That's the guy. That's our man. That's our man. You don't often hear that. I wonder if the herons could eat this guy with his spikes and all. Look around, make sure no one sees us. We're about to put this hardy boy in the ice chest. If anyone saw me doing this, I would definitely have to be checked. Damn, in the Yeti? Is that crazy, fellas? Hardy boy in the Yeti? It just feels wrong putting that guy in the ice chest, man, but that's one of the 3 fish we're looking for. We can easily get some mullet anywhere, but I'm thinking there might be some gaffers here. The good old gaff top do love to be out here when the water's a little bit browned up. Now we're gonna wade out a little bit further and throw the shrimp a little bit further, see if we can entice some gaff top to hit. The things I'm saying today, man, they've never been said by anyone in human history. That being said though, I say people are pretty much 50-50 on gaff top. A lot of people say it's good, just fry it up, and it's good. And other people say, nah, I'm not gonna eat that. There we go, that's gaffer territory. Now that we already have the hardhead checked off, we're looking for literally any other fish would be better. And this is the perfect fish. The mighty kingfish, aka whiting. This is the perfect fish because we already have this guy on the unseasoned fish tier list, and he is in the A tier. So it'll serve as a great comparison for these other unwanted fish we're gonna try out. He goes straight in the ice as well. Now we are in luck, there are some mullet in the surf. What I wanna do is I wanna try and get a big mullet here. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think a surf mullet is gonna taste better than an inshore mullet that's in 95-degree water. Got a decent bite on this guy, the cut mullet. Let's see if he's on there. Something's on there. Let's go. This is why, man. This is why you gotta check your baits. Can't leave them out there forever. I've checked it like 3 times and the bait was gone. And now we got a fish. This might be the biggest thing we've caught so far today. Which does not say much, because the biggest thing we caught is that small, tiny shark. But this feels a little bit bigger. It might be a medium, tiny shark. Or maybe it could be something even better. I'm guessing a shark because he's kind of running sideways. Where is it? No way. We did it, boys. We've done it. We've done it. The fish. The singular fish we were after. The gaffer. Gaffer. What's up, big fella? That's a nice one too. That's a nice one for this surf. We started putting on the perfect sized chunks of cut bait, just big enough so the hardheads can't get it, but these guys will eat it up. No man has ever been so excited to catch a gaffer. Man, that's kind of a good one. This might be one of the bigger ones I've caught in the surf. Not that I'm usually trying to catch them, but the good old gaff top, the sail cat, the gaffer. Hold that sucker up like it's a 28-inch trout, and then we're gonna put him in the ice chest. If we didn't get him here, we would have had to try a different spot. But I mean, surf fish taste the best. That's what I'm saying. So we're giving these fish the best chance to taste decent. Now, one big reason people don't like to mess with these guys is they have so much slime on their bodies. It kind of gets everywhere. And we're about to pull some blasphemy. We're about to put the slimy boy in the Yeti cooler. Somehow the big shark rod is not getting hit. The juicy, juicy cow nose that I got on the bow, not getting hit yet. Might have got one. Got one. Is that all we need right there? Is that fella all we need? There it is, the last piece to the puzzle. The nice mullet. That's everything we needed right there. You think that's gonna be a tasty guy right there? Hopefully he's got enough meat to fillet up. Well, fellas, it is time, man, and let me tell you, before I had no qualms about trying out these fish. You know, a lot of cultures eat pretty much every single kind of fish, but when I started filleting that hardhead, it just felt unnatural, man. But I've always had a hunch that almost all fish are edible and they're not gonna taste disgusting. Today, we find out. Starting out with our beautiful whiting fillet, man, it just looks amazing. Nice, delicate looking, translucent, almost white meat. Then you got the hardhead. It's got more color to it. And these catfish, their myomeres are very small. It's a big difference. The mullet is somewhere in between. I don't know what to think about that guy. And the gaff top actually does not look too bad. Pretty white meat, small myomeres, pretty opaque though. And now we're gonna see what they actually taste like with the ultimate taste test. Absolutely no seasoning. And as always, just a little bit of neutral oil in the pan. And of course, we're gonna be using the whiting as a control. We've already rated it pretty highly on its taste, so that's gonna be the standard we're holding all the rest of them up to. And the way I think we do this, we cook them all at once. Gaff top, mullet, whiting, and the hardy boy right there. How are we feeling, man? How do you think these guys are gonna taste? How do you think they're gonna stack up? Well, it looks like when you do cook them up, they're not worlds apart like you would expect. Got that whiting on the left, the gaff top, the mullet, and the great old hardhead for last. All right, straight in with the whiting for the control. I'm not scared about this one. Pretty good. That is pretty good, man. Not bad at all. That's kind of making me worried because that tastes good. And we might have a little bit of a contrast coming up here. Next up, the gaff top. Not super worried about this because it is eaten pretty commonly, but when it is eaten, it's usually always fried up. Maybe that's for a reason. Gaff top going in. Not gonna lie to you fellas, that was not that bad at all. No fishy flavor whatsoever. It's kind of crazy, man. I mean, the biggest difference from that gaff top and the whiting, it was just a little bit chewier. The whiting's obviously super delicate, and there was a little bit of chew to the gaff top, but really no bad flavor to it at all. Now we're getting to the area I kind of don't want to be, the mullet. No idea how this is gonna taste. Okay, so the worrying thing about the mullet is it's eaten pretty often in Florida, but for some reason, I've really never heard of anyone eating mullet here in Texas. We do have different waters, so maybe that has something to do with it. We're just gonna go in with a bite, and this is the first one I'm kind of nervous for, but we go in. I can't. Little reset, and we're going in. Weird. Oh. Dude, oh, flip, dude. I did not expect that. Okay, so obviously that was the worst fish we've tasted so far in this series. Off the rip, the initial taste was not bad, but soon after that, man, that fishy flavor hit, which I did not expect. Also a little bit chewier, kind of like the gaff top, but the flavor was not good at all. But listen, okay, I'm not trying to overreact here. If you seasoned that sucker up, fried it up, it would probably taste half decent. But when you're taking a bite of that with no seasoning whatsoever, it's not gonna go down too easy. And now I'm actually worried because the last fish we're going in for, the hardhead catfish. The fish, I don't think I've heard too many people eat willingly, but I'm going in with an open mind. We're going in for the hardhead, the full bite. All right, man, I'm gonna say the hardest thing about the hardhead was the mentality of eating a hardhead. It's kind of hard to go in with a positive mindset of eating a totally unseasoned hardhead fillet. And I'll definitely say it was not as bad as the mullet for sure. Like the first 5 seconds, it didn't actually have a bad taste at all. And then multiple seconds after I took the bite, I did start to get a bad flavor, but even that bad flavor was not as bad as the mullet. So what is the final verdict? Mullet, hardhead, save those for your survival situations. And the gaff top? Actually impressed a little bit, man. I would not mind eating up some fried gaff top. Maybe I'll do it, you know, maybe I'll do a fish fry of gaff top in the future. The mullet was actually the most surprising one. I did not expect it to be so bad. It wasn't the end of the world, but you know, it was not good. Y'all saw that gaff top fillet too. It was pretty big and they're pretty easy to catch. So if you're trying to have a fish fry, I mean, that's an easy way to go about it. So mullet hardhead going in the F tier, and gaff top, we'll have to put that in the C tier. Not bad.